We're just gonna run.
Oh, should I not have the ball?
When you really take a moment to think about it, life can be fun.
3, 2, 1.
But it only takes one moment to wake up from that joy. And maybe at times, that one moment becomes two. And it just keeps repeating. I was unhappy. I was disappointed in myself. I cursed the reality I was living in. While I do believe it's normal for us to mourn our losses, I found myself living in a victim mentality. And I believe we can all agree that this kind of mindset is an extremely unhealthy way of life. I cut myself off from a lot of people, drowned in my thoughts, and the thought of giving it all up did cross my mind. And that is exactly when I knew something had to be done. So, as cliche as it sounds, I booked a plane ticket, packed my things, and left home. Because, with all honesty,
We are about to embark on our little trip to Vietnam, right? What are you looking forward to the most?
Yes.
this is my friend Wesley. We met a few months ago, and ever since then, we started to work on content together. Despite meeting as complete strangers from the internet, we got along really well and became good friends.
We're friends, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And as all good friends do, we were having a what-if conversation, which quickly led us to us booking our flights to Vietnam.
We are both sleep deprived.
Dude, I haven't slept in... It's 10, right? I haven't slept in 22
10,
hours.
11.
Straight up nature.
Nature, yeah.
Trees, mountains, water. Oh, no, pho. I'm looking forward to the pho. I'm looking forward to the pho.
Authentic Vietnamese pho.
I used to not understand like why people go on vacation. You know, like, why are they, is it escaping life?
Yeah.
Low-key, that's kind of what we're doing right now. But it's a calculated escape.
Mm-hmm.
We're recharging.
A good time away from our current environment. Quality time away. They don't know me.
We are now in the streets of Vietnam. We are looking for a hostel. So hopefully we'll be okay. It started raining while we're on the bus. Now it kind of stopped, and now it's trying to rain again.
We first started off with checking into a hostel we found the moment we arrived in Hanoi, and quickly met one of our roommates, Daniel, from Scotland. Daniel asked us if we wanted to join him for dinner, saying he knew this amazing buncha place. So we gladly accepted and followed him.
My name is Daniel, I'm 24 and I'm from Scotland, and I'm backpacking in Southeast Asia. Solo.
This is the first meal in Vietnam.
Safe to say our first meal in Vietnam was amazing. So here's the thing. Hostels are a new thing for me. This was my first time at one, and turns out there is this gathering thing at night everyone at the hostel does together. Not gonna lie, it reminded me of college, and to be honest, it was pretty fun.
Alright, so we're in the elevator. It's really tight, it's really sweaty and hot. We're all moist. It's a free song.
By the way, let me introduce you to the people we met. So we got Daniel from Scotland, as we mentioned before, Tegan from Jersey, not the new one, Harry from Australia, Matt from London, and yeah, there's us two Koreans.
I
thought one of them would be.
Yeah, for the content, in the name of content.
One's pain is one's joy.
Who said that?
Who said this?
Me. I said it.
Alright, this is the first morning in Vietnam. We are at our hostel. Everyone we've met so far has been extremely chill, which is very nice. The locals have been very kind to us, and the food here is amazing. Everyone is currently out right now. Wesley is in the bathroom. A little bit of a tour. When you walk in from the door, there are lockers, and there's the bathroom.
What?
And there are 3 bunk beds.
For the next few days, we linked up with our friend Camille, and with all honesty, the weather decided to get absolutely diabolical on us, which made things really hard to film. But in summary, we checked out Ha Long Bay by boat, which was pretty cool, got blasted by rain, checked out this cool cave, went kayaking, checked out a little beach. We then took an overnight bus to Sapa. This was my first time on an overnight bus, and it was surprisingly comfortable. Now, Sapa is a mountain-based area, but it was extremely foggy to where we couldn't see the view we wanted to see. It was as if the map wasn't loading in Minecraft. It eventually showed up for like 5 minutes though, which showed a beautiful view. But like I said, only 5 minutes. We did meet this super adorable kid as we were eating brunch though. While we could not get his name, we wanted to give him a gift as we were parting ways. So I ended up giving him a Korean patch I had on my bag. I don't know if he liked it or not, but he received it and held on to it. I hope he remembers us.
Okay, we just got plopped into Minden, and we don't know where we are right now. You doing okay?
Yeah. I am dead.
So yeah, Wesley woke up a little sick today. He was feeling a little off yesterday, but
I feel like death. Nice to meet you.
It's our last day in Vietnam. How do you feel in general?
I don't want to go back. I want to keep doing this. So much more of the world to see, man.
Yeah, it's crazy how we only did a part of North Vietnam. And we already feel like this.
I want to do more. There's so much to see in the world. Like I've always traveled before, but it's just like I would travel places because I knew someone there or hanging out with a friend's house. But it's like this time it's like we know no one, and just figuring it out as we go it's really fun. And the people you meet along the way is amazing.
Yeah, no, the fact that we got along with
The first
people the moment we walked into the hostel room.
Yeah.
I feel like that was, I don't know, I still find it so interesting how that actually happened.
We literally walked in, and Daniel walked in like a few seconds later.
Literally a few seconds after we first walked in.
But hi, introduced him, hey, I'm gonna go get to dinner, do you guys wanna join?
Then one by one, we meet more people and more people, and...
Dude, like, when does that, in real life, when you're not traveling, I think I mentioned it before, but the traveler's mentality where since you're abroad, you can like literally meet anyone. But it's like, when will that happen to you in real life?
It's nice to disconnect from life.
Yeah, I'm like dreading going back.
Yeah, like to disconnect from the world that you were really comfortable in and to enter a new environment where you don't know much. And I think maybe it's a high and it's the fear of giving up on that high. That's something. Maybe that's what we're dreading. I mean, like I think about like it would be nice to just be comfortable at home right now. Maybe it's like ambition that's causing this dread.
When we're comfortable in Korea, I feel like we assume that we already know how everything's gonna go about. Here, it's like we're just constantly thinking about, all right, what's next, what's next, what's next. In Korea, I don't really think about
What's next?
what's next. If I do, I think more long term, I'd say. But here, it's like you don't even know what's gonna happen to the people you meet along the way, and there's no framework for what you think is next. You can get an idea from people. Oh yeah, we can go to Hajiang, we can go to Ninbin or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you can just choose and not choose. Choose what to do and not to do is kind of a refresher.
I think something that's really like hitting my mind lately is that no matter how much you travel, you'll never be able to see the whole world. It's like the idea of that there will always be something new out there. I think that's the beauty of that reality.
I think this trip opened my eyes to we can travel a lot more in Korea too.
That
I'd
too.
say. A lot of things to do there.
Yeah, I think this trip really does kind of remind us that just because there's no information up front doesn't mean that something good isn't there. The whole Nimbin thing wasn't as upfront compared to other options,
Yeah.
but so far
Nimin has been the best.
it's been absolutely bodacious. So it makes me think like Korea too, like sure we lived in Korea, but think of how much you've actually seen of Korea.
And so our trip was slowly coming to an end. Now, here's the thing. We went to this national park called Kufeng. The place was absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at this beauty.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cute.
But while Mother Nature presents us with her beauty, she also shows us the opposite side.
So we might have ran into a bit of an issue. It's about close to 6. It's getting dark, and we hear thunderstorms, or thunder. It's pretty close. So we might be absolutely screwed, but you know what? We lived life, and no one will find our bodies. We really might just die out here.
By the time we got out, we found this giant open field. It began to pour on us as well. While the rain was a little concerning considering the gear we had on us, we couldn't help but to feel the beauty of nature. Almost a gift after a long, harsh hike through a jungle. The rain in the open field and the jungle as our backdrop simply felt right.
It has been a second since Vietnam, and like I said before, I was in a bad headspace before this trip. Things just weren't pretty, which is partially why I went on this trip. I wanted to remove myself from my everyday environment, to put myself into the unknown, into a foreign environment. One could say it was a desperate attempt to save myself before it's too late, because I was tired. And as cliche as it sounds, it kind of helped. This trip helped me realize that there will always be more to this world. I essentially have yet to scratch the surface of this world we live in. Now, I'm not saying things are perfect now. Things are still very weird and confusing, but I think it's a step in the right direction. And if there's any truth to the idea of patience, 1% at a time is progress. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm still working at it, but the identity we call myself just feels like a giant disappointment to me right now. But the hopeful truth is that every failure, every rejection you go through is a step closer to success, a step closer to acceptance, to building who you want to be. The question is, are you willing to endure through it all? Like this heat, it's really hot today. So to wrap it all up, life can absolutely suck, it happens, but you need to endure through it all and stand up. Because I don't know about you, but
We should head back.
Can we make it back in time?
Nope, we're gonna die out here.